Guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sunny Tarot, and today's reading is going to be, are you spiritual? That is the topic. So before that, I just want to let you know that please do consider subscribing the channel. It really helps the channel to grow up, and also I will be uploading from Sunday to Thursdays. And give a thumbs up if you liked this reading, and go and check out my other videos too in my channel. And also do comment in the comment section if it totally resonated with you. I will put down the timestamps below the comment section for you to do check it. So we have three piles today on Are You Spiritual? So I have Vedanta book for the pile number 1, the Yoga Sutra book for pile number 2, and also again Back to Health Through Yoga for pile number 3. Do pick whatever book is attracting you, or even you can go by pile number. So let's go back to the reading. Hello, pile number 1. If you picked this Vedanta book, this is your reading on Are You Spiritual? So this card is going to reveal if you're spiritual or not, and this card is going to show what learning are you what teaching are you learning right now from the spiritual world. So let's have a look. We have you're very close to achieving your goal. That's good, which means you're on the way to the spiritual road. So I won't say that you're fully spiritual yet, but still you're on the way. You're just follow up the pace and go with the same momentum, because you're very close to achieving it. And also this is a good time to stay focused on your goal. If your goal is like to be spiritual, being spiritual is quite abstract because it depends on it differs according to everyone's definition. Everyone has different definition to it. So in my perception, being spiritual is you connecting yourself with the universe and also the divine energy. So in that sense, we can say that you're almost there. Your soul is connecting, and you are this soul who has have learned a few lessons in your life, which has brushed you up to follow this path to spiritualism. But being spiritual is like not necessarily you have to be religious or anything, or you have to follow certain type of religion. It doesn't matter if you're religious or not, you can still be spiritual. And as I said, you can be spiritual in different concepts like health maybe, or even like following a good health. So this card is really focusing me and letting you know that maybe you guys have adapted a new balanced diet or some kind of a fitness program. It can also be meditation or yoga, something like that. Just keep on doing it, because whatever your goal is, through that you're in the verge of achieving it. At the same time, your soul is connecting with the universe and also the divine energy, and the communication is going very fluently. So don't stop whatever you're doing, just go with the flow and go with the same momentum. That is what I'm saying. So I would say you are spiritual, so the answer is yes. And you're on the way of achieving it in a higher level. So let's have a look on what lesson that you're learning through this process. Truth be told, okay, I would say that the main lesson, that maybe the lesson is from something from your romance life. Maybe the spiritual road of yours started from a romantic failure or something like that, or maybe romantic triggers something. So the lesson that you are learning on the process is to open up your heart chakra, to be more open by heart in the terms of speaking your heart out or pouring your heart out, and also being honest, not necessarily honest with people around you, but most importantly being honest with yourself. This spiritual awakening of yours is really stressing you to be honest with yourself, your feelings, your mind, your heart. You don't have to wear a mask for yourself. You can just reveal your own self, and accepting that is the most beautiful thing. So this owl shows me that you're becoming wiser and wiser, and slowly you're radiating this honesty, and also with the truth that you're telling yourself about yourself. You're actually accepting you slowly. That is what I'm getting, if that makes sense. So don't worry, guys. Everyone has a past, everyone has done mistakes, and no one is perfect. So if you, before this whole spiritual journey, if you ever felt like you're not enough, or maybe you are blaming yourself for your past failures or even the wrong choices you have taken, just let it go and accept yourself. And I also have a feeling that maybe you know something about yourself, but you were reluctant to understand that certain stuff about you. But right now, through this spiritual awakening, I can feel that you're giving the space to yourself to knowing you in a deeper level. This is also can mean that you're looking inwards more than the outer world. You're actually focusing more inwards. Getting inwards is one of the uh, steps to achieve the spiritual goal. So do let me know in the comment section if this is what you're really into or up to right now, and let's see you in the next reading. Thank you. Hi, pile number 2. Oh shit, I'm so sorry. So sorry, guys. Okay. Hi, pile number 2. um this is your reading on Are You Spiritual? So I have 2 cards. This card will show whether you're spiritual or not, and this card will show what lesson are you learning in the process of being spiritual right now. So whenever you click on this video, it's for that. So it's like more like a timeless reading. A time for healing. Okay. Okay, first of all, I would like to say that the answer for you being spiritual is currently not really, but I would say that you're going to start to be spiritual sooner or later, because you're in the phase of healing yourself from something or some sort of um past or any present heartbreak or any disappointment, maybe. So before you verge into this spiritual journey, you have to heal first. Or maybe it can also be like you have already started the journey, and in the process of uh, the spiritual path, being spiritual, you're healing yourself on the way. Yeah, that is also possible. But whatever it is, this card is always about focusing yourself on your healing process first before you take another step on your life, in your life. Sometimes we tend to overwhelm ourselves, like we have this constant social pressure or even pressure from ourselves that we have to do this certain stuff, this certain task, or if we already break down on a certain level in any point of our life, we always put ourselves in this pressure that we have to step up, we have to get back to on track to catch up with this certain point of our life. But I would say that this card stresses so much on before you do this catching up or next step in your life or whatever you have in mind. You have to heal first. Without the healing process done fully, or at least started, you can't really think from your mind or heart. Your mind and heart will be full of sorrows and anger and disappointments, and it's going to really not give clarity on whatever you're doing, and you end up making mistakes again. So that is one message for everyone actually. And on the spiritual side, I would say that um, either you heal yourself before you enter this spiritual path, or you are healing yourself through this path, if that makes sense. Let's see, what lesson are you learning through the spiritual path? Observer. Exactly, I can say that the moon involved quite similar. And 4 plus 9 4, okay, maybe I would say that something related to your home, family, or house matter, or you're just homesick, you're far away from your home, something like that. For some of the people it might be because of that. Other than that, I can see that what you're really understanding right now is being a good observer. You're just being analytic. You just want to look at whatever the problem you have faced or facing right now from a distance level, and just analyzing it. That is what you're doing right now. And in that process, you're being actually, it's a good thing also to analyze it, because I feel like you're analyzing something without making any conclusions yet. And with that analytic observing um, quality, you're going to, with the observation that you have done so far, you're going to heal yourself in the process of being spiritual. Actually, it's not like you have started the spiritual journey. I feel like you've always been spiritual, just that you have lost touch with it. Yeah, I have this feeling for some of you that maybe you, in a certain point of life, you were quite spiritual, then you lost touch with it, now you're reconnecting with the energy. So something really happened, and you're trying to analyze it from the distance, and then giving a then you're trying to heal yourself through this spiritual journey, or just give a time before you enter the spiritual journey. So give a thumbs up, guys, if this reading resonated. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. If you picked this yoga back to health through yoga book, this is your reading. I have a card on are you spiritual, and also what lesson you're learning through this journey of being spiritual. So we have don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Okay. Okay, first of all, you're in this high confidence mode, and maybe you're just in this high confidence. You might ignoring some of the people in your life right now, trying to not give importance for uh, the drama that happening in your life, or maybe you just don't you're just eliminating the people who don't really serve you in your life right now. So I would say that not really, you're not really in the spiritual path yet. I feel like you need to learn a few lessons before you get into the spiritual path, because you have you're focusing on yourself too much. And spiritual is also about thinking about others too. So you have to stop obsessing about yourself, and don't take it to the hate. There's a thin line between being confident and being overconfidence and arrogant. So just remember the fine line in between. So being confident is good, but being too proud and too how to say, yeah, snobby is not really welcomed. And this spiritual path is not about that at all. You have to practice humility as much as possible. So I would say that you're not really on the even on the path yet, but you will be sooner or later. But before that, you have to actually shut down your um, prideness and also your ego, or it can be anything related to your personality which is in overdose right now. I could feel that maybe you're being too confident. It's not bad, but yeah, you have to practice humility a lot. So let's have a look. What lesson are you learning right now? We have happy. Hmm. So really, I feel like more than a lesson. Maybe you have just achieved something, and you're in, or maybe for some you're like in the peak of your life. So I have this feeling maybe you forgot your failures and stop being grounded. Maybe you're taking it to your head too much, and you have to stop it. Because whether you want to be in the path of the spiritualism or not, still taking your achievements and happiness to your head is not really a good thing to do. It might be a preventive in the future for your own success. So I would say more than the lesson, you're in a good state right now. You're not really learning any lessons yet, but if you don't practice humility, you might end up in a very predicament situation. Sorry if you get offended, but um, I'm just trying to tell like what I feel about this pile, but not necessarily you're right like that. I'm not telling that you're a very arrogant person. No, not like that. It's just that you're in a very happy phase, and you're just like losing control of yourself. That is what I'm getting. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing to actually enjoy the fruit from your effort, but sometimes we do have to practice humility and being grounded, and that is what I'm getting. So do let me know if this is true. And i could I could see that yeah, somewhere or other you will somehow eventually go into the path of spiritualism, but not now, and I think not even for 2 years or 1 year and 1.5 years. For now, I feel like it will take time. It will take quite some time because you're in a very happy mood. And not necessarily you have to be sad to enter spiritualism, but just that you're not really thinking about it. You're just happy with your achievements, and as I said, you're focusing on yourself in the sense of only the materialistic side of yourself. Yeah, just think about it, have a thought about it, and let me know. And see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Bye.